Greetings, people. Greetings. We are live on Geekgasm. Yay.
Gotta give me 1 second, guys.
Okay, I'll give you 1 second. I'll give you a
I'm
couple
having
minutes.
technical problems.
While we're doing that, make sure you guys that you check out Indie Volt TV on Roku. I know that you guys all have Roku TVs because and Roku devices because I've been to Walmart and Target and there are none. There are no Rokus. There is zero Roku sitting around. I know you guys have them. I know it. I know it. I know it. You bought all the televisions. You bought everything. So you need to make sure you go download Indie Volt TV tonight. You're gonna download it tonight. You're gonna go watch the movies that we have on there. It's free. What do you got to lose? Absolutely nothing. And while you're at it, you're gonna check out Indie Volt Radio on Google Play, and you'll love it. It'll be great. Google Play and stream, and we are just about ready to go. Lola, are you getting sound? Probably getting delayed sound somewhat, but
Oh, it's way delayed.
yeah, you can might be able to fast forward a little bit. We'll make it work. Don't worry. We'll make it work. And everybody, I made the intro and come back and put you beautiful young ladies on the screen. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Something's wrong.
Greetings, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. I am Darian Grant. Still on loan. Still on loan because Lola has decided to engineer computer problems today so that I would be here. Um, and I know Lola's engineering computer problems so that I will be here because she's done foolishness. Uh, I don't know if anybody's ever seen Lola. Lola has a very small head. It's very small. it's almost um it's almost pear like. And like an upside
That's
down
so
pear.
nice.
Yeah, it's upside down pear. And so and
Stephanie, aren't you gonna stick up for me?
and this and, this nutball gets gets the headphones and she pulls them like this to their maximum width and puts them, and then is upset when the headphones don't fit on her pear-shaped head. You
I
don't
didn't
need.
realize. I didn't realize he was talking about you.
Yeah,
I was,
yeah, it's horrible. It's horrible. But I'm here. Lola's having sound problems. She can't hear.
I
Uh,
have delayed sound.
delayed sound. Yeah. So she's we're gonna kind of
You gotta be slow with me tonight.
yeah, as more than usual, and so we're gonna be slow down. But we are joined by the lovely new. It's is it temporary or is it for now? She's filling in as
For
almost
now, she's the
the
co-host.
co-host of Geekgasm. Stephanie Menard, say hi, Stephanie. She's drinking tea.
hi.
She's drinking tea tonight, so it won't be as fun as last week. Um,
Yeah, no, yeah, because maybe some other time we'll try that again, but tonight's just tea.
watch the ratings. I mean, unless she's drinking it. It is yeah. Dave the Supreme says hello everyone. Hello Dave. It is an open call tonight, so we're gonna put the chat link in the script in the chat. We're gonna put the chat link in the chat. You guys can click on it. But
I'll
I
do
would
that
do.
now.
Hmm.
I'll do that now.
Okay. I do want to thank everybody for listening on Indie Vote Radio. Thank you for listening in France. Right now, you're in the lead. Next is Australia, then Germany. Right now, a total of 7,132 people listening. They can't see you guys, but they can hear you. So, hello, hello, hello out there. Hello, Emily Zelasco. Emily is there. Emily
Hi,
was
Emily.
on. Emily was on last week. She was drawing. She was in a drawing stream earlier. She was drawing and really kicking butt. And um, I feel bad when I look at Emily's art because it makes me feel like I'm not
I
drawing enough.
I can't find my
Aw.
comments either.
Hmm?
I can't post any links either.
Oh, you suck, man. I gotta look at your computer. Mike Menard in the chat. Good evening. I know that guy from somewhere. I can't place where. I can't place where I know him from. But he's a really handsome guy, and I can't place where I know him from. But yeah. Good evening, Mike. Good evening. I'm gonna post the link then because Lola can't post it because she's.
I can't do anything
And
tonight.
yeah. Here's the thing. I recently built a new computer and I was gonna give Lola my old one. Well, Lola convinced me to spruce it up a little bit, and she said you need to clean the processor out. I said I can't get the processor out, so I was gonna leave it at that. She demanded that I clean the processor out.
No.
Yeah, so I pulled it out and out came. I pulled the fan to try to get everything, and out pops the piece, the processor, and it's merged to the
It's melted together.
Yeah, no, the asshole who did that, he used Arctic Silver adhesive, and it's going nowhere. It's like a nun's chastity belt. It's going nowhere. It's not coming off. It's you can twist all you want. You can try to break this. It's not. It's done. So I gotta buy a new processor, and but my computer's lovely. It's all colorful and everything. Looks like a. It's great. I like all those colors. Anyway,
Mine's gonna be better.
I have so many. We had questions from last week, and I didn't get around to asking them. But Stephanie and Lola, you guys are both writers. Lola, you just finished your first comic book script. Stephanie has been sequestered away in her home, writing new scripts. A guy wrote in last week, very serious question. Um, he's a writer as well. He is from Germany, and he wanted to know how do you guys deal with the depression that comes from being a writer. That was a deep question. I'll let Stephanie answer first.
Yeah, go ahead, Steph.
Wait, how do we deal with what?
The depression that you get from
It broke up for a second,
yeah.
so I didn't hear.
The depression from being a writer. Because I mean, there. I've talked to a lot of writers who say, "Yeah, I do suffer from a type of depression."
Uh, well, I don't think being depressed and being a writer go hand in hand, but I don't think that it hurts. I think writers tend to have some emotional issues, and just in my experience, most of the people I know that are writers and myself, I have anxiety and an extremely vivid imagination. But I think, a lot of artistic people have depression. And I don't know if there has to be some sort of study on this. And it's something I'm actually kind of curious about now. But for some reason, the creative mind is typically leans towards depression and anxiety and social insecurities or social issues where they don't do well with people. I don't know why that is, but I personally, I'm not a depressed person. I'm not doing great in quarantine. Not gonna lie. Going a little crazy. I miss my friends and miss leaving the house to go do fun stuff. But I guess I think writing is a therapy in itself. So if you have depression or anxieties, when you write, it's kind of therapeutic. So I think it's good. If you have anxiety or depression, even if you aren't a writer, that's why they recommend journaling and all of that. I think it's a really good outlet for those issues. So
as being an artist, there are times where I get, in a funk, and I'm like, I'm gonna go watch a movie or play a video game and try to get out of it. It was once. I don't know if you guys remember this. There was once you could leave the house, go pay $5 to $13, and go see this thing called a film in. Used to have this thing called a theater. You could go and lose yourself about 2 hours. They had the most outrageous price of popcorn. But so if you find this future generations, they used to be. I think one was called AMC, the other one was called Imagine. I really liked Imagine, but anyway, they had these things you could go to, and you know, you can't go there anymore. So it's been kind of hard for me. Lola, when you were writing your script, it's very dark.
It is.
did you suffer from any type of like? Did you get yourself post traumatic stress disorder?
Well, I already have PTSD,
Mm-hmm.
so no, it did not help.
Yeah.
But in a way, it kind of was therapeutic because I added. Sorry, I can hear
Okay.
super lag.
Okay.
But it was kind of therapeutic in a way because I was able to vent how I felt about certain things
Yeah.
and just put all my emotion into paper.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, since I suffered from PTSD and depression, it brought up old memories of what I went through.
Pops Van Zandt says, "Yo, yo, yo." I remember dollar theaters. Yeah, that's a long time ago. I remember dollar theaters. That's where you took the girl that you really didn't like, but never mind. Anyway,
Ah,
I'm sorry. This is Geekgasm. I have to be the chauvinist here. You guys know. The funny thing is, that's so like out of my character, but I mean, I tried. Um, Lola's your mic on. It is.
It is
It
now.
is now.
It was
It was
frozen for a
frozen for a
while.
while.
I don't like that. Can't myself. Anyway, so what do you guys think about when you're writing? Is that therapeutic? Because Lola mentioned it. Do you work through your own issues when writing?
oh yeah. Um, the story that I wrote for Cafe Macabre was partially autobiographical. It was about my cat died a few years ago, and I know like people don't understand. Like it was a very stressful and thing that I went through that I'm still not over because he was like my life, and so I wrote about that partially in the story, and it really did help to kind of process those feelings that I was kind of like pushing away. And I'm writing a new story that is also semi autobiographical. I put a lot of myself, like even just little pieces.
Mm-hmm.
Some like stories have more of me in them than others, but I think that that kind of helps make the writing flow easier for me, and I think it makes it more realistic because I'm writing from something that I can speak to or that I've lived through, and it kind of just breathes a little extra life into it.
Your writing is all always like a kind of slice of life, very dark. Slice of like this could have happened. Aeon is a little different
Right.
in that it's got a sci-fi edge, which I enjoy. I actually talked about the book of a show that Rob did over the weekend. They were talking about our favorite books, and I said, I like this one. I don't know if he tagged. I don't know if he tagged you. I tagged you. I tried to get you some.
Maybe.
Tried to get you some press. Um, and the next question from Indie Radio is, I'm not answering that. That's horrible. Jeez, you guys are
We always get the horrible questions.
get therapy. Some of these guys. Also, I would like to ask you guys if, and this is Radio from Australia again. I'm sorry, these people. When you write, try to use grammar. When you're writing, how many hours a day do you write?
Um, it just depends. Like some days I don't write at all.
Mm-hmm.
I would say right now I'm writing less than I usually do. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so my dogs are. You know what? If you want to answer this, Lola, I will pause or I'll mute myself because my dogs are fighting. So
Okay. Well, your mic.
I
Okay.
can't
I have
have
a
a mic.
mic.
Yeah. Oh, something's wrong with your PC all the way around.
So they probably didn't hear anything I just said.
So yeah. Lola said that she did. It took her 2 months to write a script. You said you wrote 20 pages on one day.
20 pages in one day.
Is that was that typical for you?
No, I was just angry and wanted to vent.
So you've been in your story. Your poor characters went through hell, probably. I would imagine that. So, have you did that? Have you vented in your stories? How many times have you killed your husband in your stories?
I've never, to be honest, I haven't. I just kill a lot of my friends, like just for fun, because I think they'll like it. Hey, I killed you in my story because I love you so much.
Think about it. You don't have to live in this world that we created when we. Oh, we have a superstar in the green room. She's eating all them M&Ms. I said, give me a thumbs up when you're ready to come in. All right, she is ready. It is Miss Carla.
Hello, everybody. Hey, what's up? What's up, everybody? How are you? Thank you for having me.
Yeah, no problem. Now the Carla's guy can leave because you guys got the show. You guys can show.
No, my computer is crapped out tonight.
Yeah, I'm not working on that thing. Carla is now we got writer, artist, but you write occasionally, right, Carla?
Yeah, but I don't consider myself very good at it, so I just let that to my husband.
and he does all the writing.
Yes. Yes, he does a lot of writing actually. He has like 14 ideas lined up, and I'm like very slowly trying to catch up.
I can imagine that leading to fights, like really bad fights. Like, why are you so slow? And too fast.
Well, actually, I mean, you're right in the sense that like it's very like uneven the amount of time we dedicate to the project, but I told John to to do the lettering, to do the flat colors, to just give me a little hand, because he's also like a very fast writer. I don't know, he just has the idea and magically like the next day he wrote everything in one sitting. So yeah, for me to do the comic, I do the pencils, the inks, and the colors. So it takes like 3-4 months, like to say like a short amount of time, because it could take more than that. So yeah, it's very different the amount of work we do, but also there's all this promoting job that is not very much taken into account. When you make a comic, like you have the production, which is of course you need the book done, but then you have all the advertisements you do, and he definitely helps me a lot. He comes and talk on the streams and stuff, and we help each other because it's a lot. Oh no, you're muted, Varian.
I was told I have to do a cover for Lola's book, and I said, okay, I'll do a variant cover, and that's as much as I want to work with her because I know what's going to happen. There's going to be issues. There's going to be problems. There's going to be threats of divorce. I don't want that. I'm trying to. I'm trying to. I foresee it. The great. I'm a great seer of things. And my second Quanto do not help her with her story. As a Canto, second Canto do not help her with her story. Lo, the great beast shall rise. I'm not doing it. I'm not helping her. Stephanie, I don't know if I asked you this last week, but would you? Does your husband have any like writing ambition or creative ambitions in comics?
No. He's a software engineer. Actually, sorry, a software architect.
Mm-hmm.
So he loves like to read and stuff, and he's a very good writer, but it's usually like, programming stuff. It's not like creative writing.
Mhm.
So I don't think that he has any desire to do anything creative other than like he plays guitar. So, like
So,
that.
yeah.
But
So there's no risk of him getting in your business and saying, "Hey, I want to partner up." Yeah, see, that's
no.
you did it the smart way.
No.
You did it the smart way. Carla and I are gonna have gray hair. You'll see a very premature gray hair. Just
Yeah, but I think working with your significant other could be really fun though, because you guys know each other so well, and there's like a different level that you're working on that you can't work with people that you're not connected to in that way. So I think that there's a lot of bonuses to having that relationship and creating the writing and the art and that finished product together.
no, Stephanie, no. I disagree. I disagree wholeheartedly. Let me tell you why. Because
Okay.
I can tell. Let me pick somebody. I can tell Randy or Trico or Anthony to fuck off, and we can go our separate ways, have a beer or two, think about it, come back the next day, and everything's okay. What I can't do is tell her to fuck off and think that I'm going to eat and sleep that night. It's just not going to happen. I'm gonna have a hard time doing anything for the next day until I comply.
You got a point there, kinda.
See?
Kinda.
Yeah.
Kinda. Yeah. I mean, also, if you get past through that conflict, maybe you can apply that learning to also the relationship. So I think that it's something that has to be done. For example.
No, we don't, Mike.
Mike says we need to grab a cord.
We're good.
And Clad Crow says you better not. Yes, yeah. I know that Carla, I remember. Now you met your husband because was he looking for an artist? Was that it?
Yes.
That's slick dog. He was like, "Hey, I'm looking for an artist." And it's like, "Hey, she's cute. Hey, yeah, you're hired."
Everybody tells him the same.
Yeah. I would have tried it. I would have tried it. And you fell for it, which is awesome. No,
What do you mean I fell for it? Oh my God.
You fell for it. No, that is a cool story though. He was looking for an artist. He found you. He married you. Now he doesn't have to pay you for the work.
That's what I was saying. Like it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, you realize wouldn't it be funny if she still charged him?
It would be so funny, yeah.
You just Venmo him some like there's your thing, sweetheart.
Let's just say that the way of payment changed, but not the payment itself, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say you can get like massages, be like, you owe me a massage.
There you go.
Like find some fun ways for like to get paid.
You Stephanie.
I got you.
This. No. He won. Carla, what's your husband's name?
John.
I want John on iNDIE Vault so we can talk to him about his book, about your book from Reaper. But John, you can't charge John. Do
you want me to call him?
Tell him to come here. Yeah.
All right. I'll tell him.
Yeah. You guys trying to get John in trouble. John won. Okay.
Be right back.
He won. He won, and he got free art. He got a wife. John is a champion, and you guys trying to take it away from him. Shame on you, ladies. And Mike, the project ain't happening, bro.
No, he can't art. What's he gonna do for me? The only thing he does kind of help me sometimes with editing before I send it to my editor. Like if I have like a paragraph, if I don't feel like it fits right, because he's really good with grammar. Mm-hmm. So I'll have him like look over stuff. Sometimes it's actually okay. So working with him on that can sometimes be frustrating. But that's just because we have a very different approach to things. So I think that it makes it like I can work with Leah Letterman, who does all my editing, and we mesh together really well. I'm also not married to her, so maybe that's maybe that helps. But like, she can just be like, all this needs to fuck off, and I'm like, fine, okay, I'll rewrite it, whatever you say, girl. But sometimes Mike will overanalyze stuff, and so then I get a little frustrated with that. So I guess I can see, I guess I can kind of understand why you're trying to say like you don't want to work with your wife, but I mean it could work out.
Yeah.
She's awesome. So
I see John. John?
Yeah, what's up? How's it going?
Hey, how's it going? This is Varian. Listen, John. They were trying to take your win from you. I told them I love what you did. You found yourself an artist and a wife. Now you get free art. You don't pay for anything. As long as you just keep her happy, you can just keep the art coming. You don't have to pay her for anything. This is awesome. You're a champion. I personally am placing you on my Mount Rushmore of indie creators.
I get that a lot.
I love it.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty good business strategy if you think about it. You never have to pay a dime when you get free artists. It's wonderful. It's a win-win.
On the contrary, you make the artist cook for you and stuff,
Yeah, it's like there's no cons about this.
This is awesome. Like this concept. Like what? Why didn't I marry an artist or a writer? I mean, I did marry a writer. She wasn't a writer until afterwards, though. I mean,
Right.
I should have married a.
I used to write.
I should have.
before I met you.
Yeah, I should have.
Yeah.
And I used to draw, but I stopped.
I'm just thinking like I could even win.
You just gotta think on the long run. It's always a good investment.
I could have even went. I could have even went old. Like there was some old ladies walking around the con back then, like Flo Steinberg. I could have married her and got into comics the easy way. Whoa, that freaked me out. Stephanie's like picture just jumped. She was standing, she was blinking, nodding. Then there was a blue mug in her hand. Then that went away. It's like there's a glitch in the Matrix.
Ooh, it's because I write horror, so things happen around me.
So now John, I understand. Now we got the Indie Princess, Lola, Stephanie, and yourself. You're all writers. Me and Carla are the artists here. So we're lowly artists. We just draw what you guys come from your twisted minds. But Carla told me, she told us on Indie Vault about a month or so ago that you, sir, wake up middle of the night, grab a notepad and start writing.
Yeah, I dream a lot of the stuff I write, which is why it doesn't make sense a lot of the times. But once I'm lucid, I kind of try to make it make sense. You know what I mean? Because like a lot of the stories are actually super good, and listen, they feel like movies, with their own soundtrack and everything, music that I haven't even heard before, and they're just playing in my head, and I'm interpreting this thing as it's happening, right?
Yeah.
But of course, there's details about the dream that wouldn't make sense. Like there is a pink elephant in the background playing the saxophone, So it doesn't really fit in the whole story. But so I just remove the things that I know are very dreamlike and leave the things that can actually make a cohesive plot, right? And I just write it down, and that's pretty much how our stories have come to be, through dreams a lot of times.
Stephanie, do you have dreams? Wake up and write them?
I don't wake up like in the middle of the night, but I mean that Aeonian came from a dream. So I definitely use things from my dreams. If something really sticks with me, heck yeah, man, that's the creative juice that's flowing while your subconscious is just running, and I love it because you think of all sorts of neat things.
I just can't imagine. I can't imagine. I've gotten up and I've come out and I've drawn while the wife is asleep, and that's fine because I'm at my table and I'm drawing. But let me tell you something, John. If you wake up middle of the night and you get a notepad, you start writing, and you go into a room and you start writing, that's gonna be a little freaky to me. I don't know if how Carla feels about that. Carla, does that freak you out at all? Are you scared when you see John over there in the corner writing?
Not really. Like he just sits down in the computer, puts Dragon Ball Z music in the background, and I just keep sleeping.
But there is times, but to be honest, there is times where I will wake you up and tell you my idea.
Oh,
and
well, the problem is that he's dreaming his idea and he's like laughing out loud. He's like in the middle of the night, like, what is it? And then he told me the story, and then he keeps sleeping.
well, a lot of times it's a very hilarious story. What can I do? You know, it just makes me laugh.
Clad says, I always forget my ideas like that. Clad, I tried to be like John at one point because someone told me keep a notepad by you. When you wake up, write your ideas down and go back to sleep. Well, I would wake up and I'd be like, oh my goodness. And unfortunately, for a medical condition, I have to take Vicodin. So I'd wake up and I'd be high. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, I can move, but it feels really good the way I'm laying. And if I move and reach up and grab what areas this notepad, I'm going to destroy the warmth, I'm going to destroy the comfort. I'll retain this memory to the morning. It's fine. And then I go back to sleep and I wake up in the morning and I don't know what the hell I dreamed. Right. But I can appreciate that. And I can appreciate the fact that you can wake Carl up and tell her about it.
Yeah. No, I mean, we're at the end of the day, we're husband and wife, but we have a business together, so we're also business partners. So, and with business partners, and I think with any kind of partner, communication is key, right? And if communication has to happen in the middle of the night, then that's where it has to happen. But that's the great thing. Like if I ever want to change anything about the comic book, or if she ever wants to change anything, all we just have to do is just look next to us and say what we think, right? And the changes can happen. Whereas communication across countries and things like that, you have to send emails, and maybe things get lost in translation, and maybe it's not as good and it's not as efficient. But for us, it's so easy to make something together because we live together, right? And we can talk about it.
Stephanie, let's say you have a great idea.
Mm-hmm.
You wake up and you say, oh, it's a great idea. You wake your husband, wake up. And you wake up and tell him about this crazy idea you had. Is he okay with that?
Like if I were to wake him up, like if he was like dead asleep.
Yeah.
And I were to wake him up. Oh no, neither one of us likes to be woken up. No.
You know what? Look at it though. I can wake Lola up with BS in mind. I think men have no problem waking women up. Like, hey, wake up. I had a nightmare. I'm not well right now. Because I know I've had nightmares and I've woke up and I've looked around and I've scooted a little bit closer. I'm saying, because hey, look, Freddie's coming to get me. Eric Vaughn says, hey everyone. He said, what's going on here? We're talking to a fabulous group of writers and an artist in Carla and her husband John, of course Stephanie, who's the writer of Aeonian, as well as Psychopath, which they're all available. Are they all available over at Rocket Inc?
Yeah, Rocket Inc picked them all up right now. The graphic novel for Psychopath is on Amazon, or you can buy it through them, like their website too. Aeonian, I think we're waiting till the 4th issue comes out. We're just going to collect it and put it out like as a trade. But I'm still going to print some up because obviously, like, I still got to sell them while I'm writing them,
Yeah. Indie Vote Radio, question from Indie Vote Radio for Carla. Carla, being your husband's artist, is he critical on your artwork at all?
Is he what?
Critical. Like if I criticize your art.
Oh no, he knows he can't. No, like to be super honest, like we don't mess much in each other's work, like I like kind of play as the editor when I read his stories, and the changes are not like major or anything, are just like little tweaks here and there. I'm a pain in the ass though. Like I like always, like when he presents me a new concept, I ask questions, like just to see how solid the concept is, right? No, but you never told me anything about the art, right?
No, I mean, Yeah, for the most part, I don't because I'm
Careful,
not an
John.
artist,
Careful.
and I do try to help with things like lettering. I can do that, and flat colors. But
There was a very fun time that I showed you a page like with the flat colors. It wasn't even like shadow or anything, and you told me, "Oh, that looks great." What's the next page you're gonna work on? Like, no, this is not finished. It's just the flats.
no, I knew it was a flats, but it still looked good. That's why I said it.
That's
No.
why. Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. Like
I trust you. You know what I mean? There's a lot of trust. I can't hear what they say.
so.
I'm gonna like tear apart Lola's script and I'm reading through it like this doesn't make sense. This doesn't make sense.
No,
Yeah.
there's been times when we've been ruthless to each other, especially like for example when we I asked her, are these books are gonna be signed? Like do we sign the books before we
Mhm.
she looks at me, she goes, well, what is your signature worth anyways? You know what I mean? So there's been times, don't get me wrong, there's been times where she just but I think we're both pretty blunt, and we come from cultures where we just pretty much just say what's in our minds, and that's where we get along so well.
That's right.
Rarely
You guys,
ever fight because we talk like that.
I forgot about that. You guys are from two different cultures. You're from where originally?
Well, I'm Colombian and she's Uruguayan, but all of her family is Italian.
Right.
So I got used to the screaming and to the hand gestures and all that.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah. Yeah. Wait a minute. I just thought about something. Do we have technically 3 Italian women on here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta go. Bye.
It's dangerous.
Yeah.
I'll tell you.
Yeah. It's like you got 3 Italian women on here. Just could you imagine like messing up and having to go face all 3 of them? Like, I'm not going in that room, man. Working with your spouse is kind of hard. And Stephanie's the smartest person here because she won't do it. But that's what keeps relationships strong. Not working together. That's no. I do like what you guys are doing though, and I do like Grim Reaper. Now your campaign closed out, right?
I know it's still like it's in demand, so people can still get the books. Mm-hmm.
Let me pull it up. Hold on.
Yeah, I'm interested in hearing about this.
Yeah, go ahead and tell us a little bit about it. Carla told us about it on my show. We'll let the writer tell us about it today.
I can show you. We already printed we have the first one printed out. Mm-hmm. We have the second one in production now, and it should be printing and delivering in June. So this is like I could share maybe screen on the campaign and also show you guys like some of the artwork here. Mm-hmm. That's basically our story. We take historical fiction. That's pretty much what the whole thing is about, like reimagining history and putting fantasy characters as the main protagonist. We are focusing on the Red Baron from World War I, the pilot. He gets shut down, and he gets before he dies, he gets visited by the Grim Reaper, who offers him to become his successor. And so he does. We see him being this shadowy, mysterious figure, but we take him to the hero's journey. We see that basically, he does the thing of the Grim Reaper, but from a more kind of humane. In a more humane way, he talks a girl out of suicide, and he goes and saves a boxer who's about to die and all that. Because there's kind of like some superhero-ish theme to it, while we kind of explore all the things. The main conflict for the Grim Reaper comes in the form of this scientist who is so traumatized by death that he tries to bring the dead back to life, so the Grim Reaper basically has to stop him. So that's the main premise of the first book. Now the second book, we try to make it a little bit more superhero-ish, if you will. The Grim Reaper has to go to hell and rescue a lost soul and bring her back to the world of the living. That's kind of like the best way for me to describe it. We have tons of interior art in our campaign on Indiegogo. You can go and check, as well as a little bit more in-depth description of the characters and the plot, and we have some amazing perks. Like you guys can get 3 books for $30, and these books are perfect bound, glossy covers, and really really nice pages. they're signed, even though apparently my signature is not worth a lot. And we have some gift cards and T-shirts. So yeah, we just we're growing as a company for sure, and we're proud of all the things that we've accomplished. That's kind of the basic into it. There's demons and angels and gods involved in this. There's a subplot with Rasputin, where the Grim Reaper tells him that he's going to die soon because he's a friend of his. And then Rasputin challenges the Grim Reaper to an arm wrestle competition. And if the Grim Reaper cannot win, then he has to keep him alive. So that's why, like, if you guys ever heard of the story of Rasputin's death, how he was shot, he was poisoned, he was stabbed, he was thrown in a frozen river, but this man wouldn't die, is because he was wearing a medallion that the Grim Reaper gave him, and so long as he wore it, he couldn't die. So yeah, that's there is more to it, but I could talk for hours here, and that's the main basic idea behind the story.
The thing is that we are actually offering 3 books in this campaign, which is issue 1, issue 2, and the spin-off, which is Rasputin's story, right? So you get 3 books for $30, and that's very, very cheap.
Yeah, it's a good price for sure.
Yeah, and a lot of your stories condensed there.
Yeah.
Stephanie, you had a question.
Okay, so your artwork is like, I see why he married you. Like, I want to marry you. Not only are you a beautiful woman, but I mean, you are so talented.
You're so lovely.
Oh my goodness. And John, I love historical fiction, and I actually do a history podcast, and we've done a show on Rasputin, so I know a lot about Rasputin. So, okay, as soon as we're done with this, I am going to go back this because I need to. But no, this looks amazing and sounds amazing. You guys, congratulations!
Oh yeah, thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you.
I would like to know who has an amulet today. I have 3 people possibly who have an amulet: 50 Cent, Iggy Pop, and because Iggy Pop he should be dead, and
Keith Richards.
Yeah, Keith Richards. Yeah.
He might have
it. And possibly Charlie Sheen. Should probably have that amulet.
I think he's had everything, so he's just now immune to everything. I think that's how that works. I don't know.
Yeah, he's built a tough skin.
I wonder now, Stephanie, you got I sent you a picture. I think Lola sent it to you. We found an hourglass with a skeleton hand was holding it, and we sent it to you in Facebook Messengers a while ago. And thought it would have been a cool table prop for you because you've got the pins and the skeleton and the hourglass stuff.
I'm gonna have to go back through our chats because I want that. I think that would be beautiful on my table. I like to spice up my convention table with some morbid, weird stuff. So yeah. I'm all in.
Yeah, and when conventions come back, we'll eventually.
Yeah, I feel like it's not going to be till next year, so I've got time.
Yeah. Everybody's like, I can't wait to the convention in the next year. No, John and Carla, where are you guys? I keep forgetting.
Where are we right now? Where do we live?
Yeah,
in Phoenix.
Okay. So how was the sheltering in place there?
Well, I mean, it's kind of hard to say because I had to go to work every single day. To me, there was no quarantine. There was nothing because I work for the local government here. And I guess we're considered essential businesses. So all essential businesses stayed open. As far as I can tell, I think some of the grocery stores were just closing earlier. But that's about it. Restaurants and things like that, they were definitely closed. The gym was closed. That's why I gained so much weight. And it's just drive-throughs and things like that you can use. But other than that, I mean, in Arizona, people stay home anyways because it's just damn hot. You know what I mean?
It's so true. I have family that lives down there, and they're like, they'll randomly send me photos, and it's usually of them inside, and they're like, it's 110 degrees. They got like air conditioning and like 8 fans on them. So I feel that.
Yeah, but you see, the thing is that 110 degrees is like the average, but like the highs, you can easily get to 120, and it's just you don't know where to go. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
But I mean, there wasn't really that much of a shelter in place other than just pretty much closing down businesses that were considered non-essential. But we've gone hiking and things like that, and it's actually good because we like people are kind of starting to enjoy nature a little bit more. You know what I mean? So going on hikes and going on trails and things like that.
Mosquitoes. I don't.
Arian's
Listen.
like, nah.
Listen. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something you guys might not know. I am genetically unable to enjoy outside. Outside just seems like a bunch of work. Lola knows this. I don't like going outside. I don't like doing yard work. I don't. There's a couple things that I just feel genetically because of my history or the history of my people. I shouldn't be have to do like cut the grass or pull tend a garden. Lola can't grow a garden. I'm not pulling. I won't even pick the cotton out of medicine bottles. I refuse. It's not happening. Yeah, I won't. She'll tell you. I'll come to her. Get that. I need you to get that out of there. Pull that out. I'm not doing it. They'll never get me. Never. Because I know what'll happen. I'll pull out. They come in. Ha ha. We got you. Nope. Out of nowhere. Nope. Yeah, you'll never get me. I also don't eat pancakes in public.
I'm not really an outdoor person myself. As you can see, I'm very white. So if I go out in the sun, it's kind of like a vampire thing. Like I burn almost immediately, and so I avoid it in general. But I do I like outside in theory. I love nature. I think it's beautiful, but I'm not as inclined to like go camping or hiking as I used to be. Now I'm just kind of like, I'll go to a beach, but I need like a big umbrella. I need 100 SPF, like the whole shebang.
And somehow she still wears black and like a bunch of black to the beach. She's just like,
oh, I do.
Yeah, I don't want to be here.
I look like Fisher Adams, but then I get in the water. So at least, I'll get in the water. I love swimming. It's amazing.
Yeah, I can't swim. And keeping the theme with my blackness, I can't swim. I can't swim. I can't. It's not happening.
Jeez.
We don't swim like that. I mean, there's some, but not me. I sink.
I was gonna say that's not true.
Yeah. I can't swim. I'll tell you that right now. Yeah, nope. I will tell you this though, guys. As for you're right. You had to save me from drowning. It was horrible. And I'm not sure that she came underwater and picked me up. It was only like 6 feet of water, but that was enough for me.
No,
Was it 9 feet? It was 9 feet of water. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm like, get me to the shore. It wasn't even sure it was her grandmother's pool. But get me. I felt. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Get me to the shore.
Pool. Oh my God, I love you so much.
I'm just hanging up to the side of the pool. I don't want to swim. I told you I can't swim. You tried to kill me. Do you guys think? And from IndieVille Radio, a gentleman asks, how about the girls of Comic Con calendar? Did Stephanie say she was very white? She said she was very white.
I said very white, but it's an honor. If somebody called me Barry White, I would be honored. I don't think anybody's going to make that mistake because I'm not talented, and for a lot of other reasons too. But
I think that would be awesome. I think that would be awesome if she changed her name to Barry White.
I should.
Yeah, we'll walk around. Hey Barry. Now, yeah. Oh yeah.
If I can get it together, I'll do a GEEKGASM exclusive women's of comics calendar.
Well, it has to be tasteful. It has to be tasteful. Girls of Comic Con calendar. It has to be tasteful.
There was a discussion that I was having, like probably a couple of weeks into the shelter in place, with a bunch of people. I made a joke. I was like, "Oh man, if they keep canceling conventions, I'm gonna have to, start selling nudes." And somebody was like, "Oh, you should make a calendar." And so a bunch of us were talking about it. We were kind of like getting into this idea of making, like a Comic-Con, like girls of Comic-Con, guys of Comic-Con, like calendar. So I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm being silly and
I don't think I can have a guys a calendar. I mean, guys a Comic-Con calendar. I mean, these are massive, but I mean, I
hey, it's sexy.
yeah. I mean, it is. I mean,
Yourself.
yes, I have to keep all this
I'll
in.
message you stuff and
Yeah,
we'll get something together.
yeah. John, you gotta be in the calendar too.
There you go.
We'll get
Oh
you.
yeah, for sure. Yeah.
We'll get you a nice teddy.
Yeah,
It'll
it'll be a
very,
bit
yeah, it'll be like Trump, very tasteful. We're gonna do very tasteful.
It will be huge.
Yeah. It'll be huge. The photos will be shot with a lot of compassion, great toughness, and we're gonna do this. We're gonna get the photos. They're gonna be beautiful. Beautiful photos.
Dad bods.
Yeah. Dad bods. You're not. Yeah. Because I'm getting to the point where it's got a grandpa bod. I have a naturally high ass, and it's unnaturally high. I don't understand.
I have a bag.
Yeah, it's like my neck and then ass, and I just don't understand what's going on. I feel like God is like the guy who draws that Captain Underpants. Like he was like that's I feel like one of those characters, like neck, ass, and little legs, gut, little stubby head. There we go. That's Varian. I'm out here. Look at me. I like to ask you guys this too, because Lola is I know Lola. Your audio just start working.
Yeah.
Her audio just start at the end of the program. Her audio just start working. Ain't that? I would like to ask you guys. Now, your project is on Indiegogo right now. The Grim Reaper 2. It's under John Gallagher, right?
Yes.
Okay, and they can Grim Reaper 2. You are currently in demand. $5,335 USD. You met your goal back on March 26, 2020. 3 books, $30. You guys should go ahead and pick that up. I'm gonna make sure I put it in the comments of this video, though, so people can go back and then Miss Stephanie Menard, you have. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna pull it up. It's kind of weird. I'm looking down the micro. I'm gonna pull it up. Hold on. It seems so wrong. I can't find it. Okay, wait a minute. It's on Amazon, right?
A personal problem.
Yeah, it's on Amazon.
All right. Psychopath.
But while you're doing that, I can say that I have almost all the colors done for Aeonian number 3.
Mm-hmm.
Nugent's been like cranking out the goodness, and just have like I think 3 or 4 more pages, and my letterer is starting. So we will be kickstarting probably in the next 2 or 3 weeks. I'm gonna get everything together, and it'll be. I'm so excited. I can't wait.
Awesome.
Can't wait any longer.
Do you want to leak any of that out to us here? I mean, there's a share button there. It's on your PC.
No, I know. I don't have anything saved on my computer.
Okay.
It's all in my Dropbox, and like not all of it's been uploaded yet. But next week for sure, I'll come prepared with some beautiful colored art for you guys to look at. Maybe some lettered pages too. We'll see.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Stephanie, I cannot find it. I keep trying to find it. Psychopath, and I can't find it on Amazon. But maybe it's all sold out.
It is. So it's Psychopath, 2 words. And I know Rocket Ink Studios has like their own like storefront. So I don't know. It's probably
there it is. No, about it.
Yay!
About it. All right. Yeah. So here we go. I'm going to share it right now with that very freaky cover, which I don't think I've seen the graphic novel before, but there we go.
Yeah. Cool. The gentleman who did the cover for this, cool. He does the art and the coloring, and I just fell in love with his style, and he was perfect. The art inside the book is so different from the cover, but I just really loved his vibe, so I had to have him do the cover for the graphic novel. So good.
Yeah, that looks. I have that issue. I have a lot of issues of Psychopath.
Really?
Yeah, that looks really good. I'm going to. I mean, I have the floppies. I don't need. No. You can. I definitely check out the graphic novel. What I like about graphic novels is that again, you can you can read those. Those are to be kind of beat up and taken around with you, and you can take your floppies, bag and board them, and put them up where they
That's what
belong.
I do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nice and safe.
Exactly. I like having, because usually when the graphic novel comes out, there is like a different cover. So I usually, if I like a series, like I get all the floppies, and then I like the extras that people typically add. Like there's extras in the graphic novel of Psychopath. There's like a bonus story and like some different things in there. So you get a little bit more, and then I can actually store the floppies and save those for, you know, if whoever I buy from ever becomes huge, I'm like, woo! I'm just sitting on a landmine of beautiful art and writing. It's amazing.
Yeah, I thought about that. I had a nice collection of signed Bill Cosby DVDs, but
Oh,
yeah,
sorry.
yeah, they're, they're no longer they're no longer of any value.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can go right next to my picture of Harvey Weinstein. Just throw them all away.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Yeah. I didn't know that was gonna happen. Carly and John, your book. I'm gonna back it too. I'm gonna back it so you guys can
Thank
get
you.
that. Now I will say this though. You got 3 issues. You're working on the 4th one because I know Carla's been drawing. I've seen her. She did her arm. She did her wrist like that. So.
Yeah, no, we're gonna pause like the Green Reaper and jump into another story that we're gonna be launched this year, and it's basically going to be, well, the title of it is Cosmo Monkey, and there's gonna be other artists involved as well as with my wife, because I know she does a lot, but now I think we can start working with other talents as well together. Basically,
I mean, I'm gonna do the
yeah, you're gonna do the art, but.
I mean the story. We're gonna feature some artists for pinups
For pinups and covers and things like that. So basically, this is a story about a space monkey who gets launched. Well, I mean, he gets launched into space during the space race between the Soviet Union and the United States. But the monkey gets intercepted by an alien spacecraft, and he gets like genetically modified. They mess with him. They send him back to Earth. And this monkey is now like a hyper sentient, hyper intelligent being who wants to go and rescue his family from this laboratory. He wants to go and rescue the monkeys who are locked up in the laboratory. And he arms himself up with guns and he tries to go and rescue the rest of the monkeys. That's what we're working on, and we're gonna be launching it soon. Yeah.
I want to thank everybody who on Indie Volt Radio who
Where are we at?
tuned in. Says Vanguard wants you to leak. What the fuck? Space Monkey and GMO Beepo. Ran exactly right. Indie Volt Radio. Actually, pretty high numbers right now. 10,150, just 57. So that's awesome. 10,000 people listening. Thank you, Germany. Thank you, Australia, France. We really appreciate you guys listening. Listen, guys, as always, you can go over to YouTube, like the channel, give the video a thumbs up, as well as check out the books that we have mentioned here tonight. These fine people are willing to ship them all over the world for you, especially John. He doesn't care. He'll ship your books wherever they need to be shipped to. He'll ship them. He'll even give them. Listen, John told me off air he'll even get the book shipped to North Korea. He told me that.
I'll go take it personally there myself.
Yeah. He will take it there personally. He will walk in there and say, "Hey, I got these books. I need to deliver them. Can I come in? I won't be 2 hours." Yeah, so make sure that happens. Stephanie, on the other hand, says, she can send them. Yeah. They might get there.
Yeah.
I want to thank you guys for coming on, and Lola's got her audio problems figured out now.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Hopefully we got it. Now that
next Wednesday, I will have everything good.
Notice what I said, people. At the top of the show, right before we went on, audio problems. Toward the end of the show, magically everything's fixed. I've been tricked. I've been tricked. I'm the cheapest whore in town. I see what's happened. Anyway, thank you guys for watching.
Thanks everybody for
check-
coming on.
Yeah, thank you guys. Check out these fine writers, Stephanie Menard, Psychopath, and Aeonian, and as well as Grim Reaper 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7, because it's never going to end. Yeah, John's told me it's never going to end. The comic's going to keep going forever. Carl is going to be drawing for a very, very long time. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for joining us. Check them out. We will be back here on Geekgasm next week at 9 p.m. And then we will be, not Wednesday, yeah, at 9 p.m. And then I'll be up in the morning with Mr. Randy Zimmerman at 9 a.m. for Indie Volt, the breakfast buzz at 9 a.m. There's not enough coffee. There's not enough coffee in the
You
world.
don't even drink coffee.
Oh, wait till to tell you about wait to tell you guys what the Facebook messages I've been getting while we've been on. I haven't been able to read. Thanks to yeah. All right, we'll see you guys.
Bye, Chuck.
All right.